Howdy heretics, we are protesting outside the Jehovah's Witness Convention in Melbourne, and I met Sheree from Australia.
G'day.
And we'd like to have an interview with her about their activism for children's rights growing up in cults. But the funny thing is, if you listen to them, she was married to Jesus. There's a lot of Jesus on these planets, and one of them are in Australia, and very famous YouTube Jesus. So I had to make an interview.
Yeah.
But let's start about the important stuff.
Okay.
Children's growing up in cults and the protest. What do you think about the protest? Was this a good protest?
It was an excellent protest. It was a peaceful one. Lots of us there, about 40 all in all, I think. The reunion, we had lots of people at our dinners. But the protest itself, was well worth doing. I wasn't going to join a protest, but I did it, and I
First,
loved it.
you didn't want to.
Yeah, I didn't want to at first.
And then you decided to.
And now I'll do it again.
How did you become a Jehovah's Witness?
My parents became witnesses when I was about 5.
Okay.
I didn't come from a very good household, quite abusive. At 18, I decided to marry. That was a good way of escaping. But I found someone that I really liked as well. So, we married. He was 19 and I was 18. I was married for 16 years.
And he was a Jehovah's Witness.
He was a Jehovah's Witness.
And his name was?
Back then, it was John Miller.
John Miller, okay.
Yeah.
So, and now you're disfellowshipped?
No, I faded.
You faded,
I've never
okay.
been disfellowshipped, no.
Okay, you'll be in trouble now.
Very probable.
So if you're not a Jehovah's Witness watching this, Jehovah's Witness is a very big, I would say, cult. I grew up in it, and when you leave, you get disfellowshipped. That means there's a lot of technicality, but basically you lose your family and all your so-called friends. And in many cases, because Jehovah's Witnesses often work together as window cleaners, that's the cliche, you also lose your job and your professional network. So it's a cult.
Yeah.
It's blackmail.
Yeah.
And that's one of the reasons why I do activism, because religions and cults and cult leaders in general do not stand above the law. So, and protect children's rights. The grown-ups are allowed to choose to join a cult.
Who would have known?
No, they don't know when they do it, because it's lovely and fluffy-duffy and
Yeah.
everything seems nice and everyone is wonderful and you
Yeah.
feel that finally I find a wonderful group. It's the same with the Mormons and the Witnesses and
Yeah.
Pentecostals and everything.
I became an apostate kind of accidentally
Okay?
because years after my marriage broke up, my ex-husband decided he was Jesus, as you know.
Yeah.
And so if anyone wants to look up his story, you just Google A.J. Miller
A.J. Miller.
or the Australian Jesus, and he has lots of videos up. So
Yeah, I've seen some of them. That's where I was intrigued when I heard you used to be married to him.
So I found it hard to take that in, and I didn't cope for a little while. So I started up a little support group of 3 or 4 people that I could talk to about that. I didn't want to upset my sons seeing what I was saying about their dad. So so that group was 3 or 4 people. Then I got into some of the American ex-Jehovah's Witness groups, and we just kept adding people. And now, like today, there's 756 people in that group today.
Okay.
So from me looking for support for myself, all of these people joined and got support. And a lot of the people that were at the protest, I met through the group.
Yeah, and this was a great protest. I've been on a lot of protests, but this was really good, really done professional. So we'll learn a lot of stuff.
The T-shirts were amazing.
The T-shirts were good, the signs were good, and we had a good dialogue with the cult members, the Jehovah's Witnesses, and
the police were supportive. The
Yeah,
security
that's their
guards
job.
were supportive. They were excellent.
it's democracy,
Yes.
and they keep the groups together, separate. So they are here, we are here, and it's not the police know what they're doing. They have an education.
Absolutely.
So, not very professional, very good. So your ex-husband, he turned out to be Jesus, and that's interesting because there's a lot of people that claim to be Jesus, and one thing they all have in common is that they're charming, wonderful, have some great teachings, but they can never walk on water. That's one thing they have in common. I can declare myself Jesus, and I'm a wonderful guy. I'm charming, I'm beautiful, I can draw away followers. You would follow me. And but I cannot walk on water.
What about wine? Can you do the wine?
I can turn water into wine, and I can turn wine into brandy, but that's not legal in Norway where I live. But so our favorite Australian Jesus, they always come up with an explanation why they cannot walk on water. So what is his explanation?
I haven't spoken to him personally,
Okay.
but on his video, if you watch it, you will see that he says the Bible is wrong in that way. He never walked on water, and he didn't change water into wine.
Yeah, okay, that's convenient.
Yeah.
So I guess he did resurrect Lazarus then.
Apparently, yes. And
good news for Australia.
Says that he healed people's limbs.
Yeah.
And things like that. Yeah. He definitely. I've seen the video where he said that he resurrected people from the dead.
Okay. That's good. Good news for Australia. I saw a lot of kangaroos by the highway that needed resurrection. It's Australia is a funny place. Now there's a lot of Jesus. We have a Jesus in Russia too.
Yes, apparently.
I think he's slightly better than the Australian Jesus.
Really?
Yeah. But there's another one in South America. Yeah, there's a lot of Jesuses.
AJ said in one of his
Matthew
videos,
24 says there's a lot of Jesuses.
AJ says that they're all copying him.
Oh.
They're trying to be him.
Yeah.
So he believes very much that he is the real Jesus.
Yeah. Well, maybe he is. Maybe he is.
I was very lucky
Yeah.
to be married.
Yeah. Why would you leave Jesus if it's not too personal?
I didn't leave Jesus. He left me.
Ah. That's not good. According to the Bible. Not.
It happened. Doesn't matter.
Yeah. Yes. So, will you go to more protests?
I think so. I think so, yes.
What's the good outcome of this protest, you think?
Just getting it out there, but also the reason that one of the reasons that I did it was I had a friend who suicided 3 years ago. And for people like her who can't speak for themselves, for other people who are just too broken to speak up because of their abuse and whatever, I was there representing them, so...
That's good.
But I got a lot of satisfaction out of it. We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
I met some people that I'd known online for a lot of years, but I met them, and meeting people is completely different. So I've got a really good rapport with some people that we just didn't know very well on Facebook. So yeah, I'm very happy with it all.
Okay. Yeah, that's good. That's good. What would you say for advice to new apostates or PMOs that want to leave the organization? Do you have any advice for them?
Look for a group. There's a couple of Australian groups. There's a lot online on YouTube, as in videos and stuff, but there are two very supportive groups that I know of in Australia. So look for people who feel the same as you, because we understand how you feel and we're there for you. Yeah. We will help you.
And stay out of the drama. There's always a lot of drama with these groups.
Oh no, we just don't do drama.
Nah, that's
no.
Focus
just
on the real enemy.
Understand
Cults
that
like
everyone is hurting in their own way, and we all deal with it in our own way.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, I think
acceptance.
Yeah.
All good.
I still think stay out of the drama is a good advice.
Absolutely.
Some people, they take all the trauma from the cult and they carry it with them and start projecting it to others.
Absolutely.
So
I tried very hard not to do that.
Yeah. So.
But
this was a great protest.
It was.
What do you say? Aussie.
Aussie. Oi.
Yeah. We do that. So, I hope you like this video. I hope you are among my 144,000 subscribers. And see you in paradise.